You know, a bird does not sing just because it wants to make noise. A bird sings because it has a song. And one prayer that we all Christians pray is for God to give us a new song every day. Because when God gives us a new song, many will see, many will fear God, and many will worship Him. I'm VJ Queensley, and it is Gospel Rhythm Unveiled. So last week we talked about pride and standard. Now we dragged that topic all the way from Monday down to today, and today I have a very special guest with me in the studio. He's gonna be, doing justice to the topic from the point of view of an artist, because maybe he'll understand the situation better. Anyways, that's why we brought him here for you. And don't forget, I have the latest trending topics and the hottest jams you can find. You know what I mean? I'll be right back after this very short break. Yeah, welcome back, and of course I'm VJ Queensley. It is Gospel Jam time. Now I know you all, your blood is hot to comment on the topic. The phone line is now open. Start calling in, start texting me, start dropping your comments right under the live video. And a lot of you couldn't share your thoughts about the topic of discourse. Well, I'm here for you today. Like I said before we went on that very short break, I have with me right here, standing beside me, a very prominent gospel music minister, the person of Courage Excel. Hello.
It's nice to meet you one more time. It's a privilege to be here.
Thanks
for having me again.
Yeah, so he's here to talk about the topic. Okay, let me refresh our minds about the topic.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about pride and standard.
Okay.
A gospel music minister was supposed to perform at an event.
Yeah.
And then she got there, the place was all messed up, the sound was bad and everything, and she just carried all her people and just left there, out of anger, like, what kind of thing is this? This is below my standard, that kind of stuff. Now, was it because she was trying to uphold her standard? Because then again, she's a prominent gospel music minister. You can't expect someone like that to, just minister anywhere.
Okay.
You get? But then if you visit it in another way, from the dimension of we, the fans, imagine I pay to see someone and then I hear that the person did not come, like, just...
Well, should I just go straight to the point and hit the nail on the head?
Hit me.
Okay. I would say that was pure pride. I have my reasons. Now,
let me cough first.
Before being a music minister, you are first of all a Christian. One of the challenges we have today is that a lot of music ministers tend to put their talent before their worship. If it was her church and she goes to church and the sound is bad, would she say she won't lead the worship and praise because the sound is bad? Let me cut you right there. Calm down. I think we're going to fight a lot today.
See me, I don't have power. I'll just run and leave you here.
Okay.
Okay then. Standard is basically your self-esteem.
Yeah.
You get? It's tied to your self-esteem. Now even God has standards.
Yeah.
Now when we talk about standard, like I said last week, it's an agreement. You paid me to do a job. You get? Now why not meet up with your own end of the bargain? You get?
All right, there are standards, but as a gospel music minister, it's not like a secular kind of thing, but a gospel music is understanding that you are coming to bless lives, you are coming to impart lives. Okay, fine, they did not meet up with their own end of the agreement, but for the souls that will be saved, for the lives that will be imparted, why not just let the standard pass and just humble yourself? enjoy.
Why are you not saying the organizers refuse to humble themselves and deliver?
No, you don't know, because you really don't know why. For them to have brought,
I really don't know why. I really don't know why. I'm not a gospel artist.
For them to bring an artist of such caliber, I think they must have prepared. One thing led to the other. They could not meet up with a sound issue.
But then that's a place of communication.
Yes.
Why didn't they let the artist know? Okay, something came up, the sound might not be so good and all that. Then the artist comes and just meets the place messed up.
That's it. Probably they were scared of that reaction they eventually saw. If they had told the person, the sound is bad, I can guarantee that that person wouldn't have still come, because pride is already there. Right, there's a thin line between
you got
pride
me right
and
there.
standard.
You got me right there. Anyway,
Yes.
let me pause first and prepare for a comeback, guys.
Okay.
Did you know that? Okay, we all know Samuel Kwosa had a little thing going on the internet, a couple of weeks back. But then that did not stop the gospel giant from bagging an international award. He just received, the 2022 International Artist Award from Soar Music Award. Like, when I said, I was like, whoa, oh my god, like, congratulations to him. Anyway, guys, keep the calls coming in, keep the messages coming in. Call me right now. What do you have to say about the topic of this? The topic is on the screen right now. The phone line is open. It's also on the screen. Did that lady, display pride or standard? Or are you saying she was proud just because she's a lady?
No.
I'm gonna bring in. I'm gonna make this a gender war right now, because
it has nothing to do with the gender.
I'm coming. Come on now. See, if it were to be a guy that did that, wouldn't we have said he's a man of his word? He stands on what he believes.
It's because he's a lady. That's why we're saying pride. If it was a guy, would have said it's arrogance. Because he's a lady, so I'm trying to be soft.
No.
That was pure pride.
I don't think so. I do not think so.
If you go to an event, fine, they promised you the sound is going to be awesome, everything's going to be awesome, and you get there, it's not what you were told. Courtesy demands that. In fact, the fear of the Lord demands that you just adjust.
This one you're bringing fear of the Lord now. You want to put me in one corner.
Okay, let me know. Let me.
When you say adjust, what are you trying to say? Like, just because I'm a gospel music artist, I should just take whatever anybody is giving me?
Yes, because you have a duty to fulfill.
Did you just say yes?
Yes, it goes beyond.
Oh my God, guys! You just said yes.
It goes beyond the fact that you are a singer. It goes beyond your reputation.
I know.
It goes beyond you as a gospel artist. It's a calling. It's an assignment you must fulfill.
But in this situation, in this particular situation, why are we not dragging the organizers? Why are we dragging only the artists?
No, I would drag the organizers in a moment. But look, I want to ask you a question.
Okay, in a moment.
What if God told you to go for a program, go for an event? You got an invitation and it was approved by God for you to go to a remote village to minister. They were the one that invited you, and to their standard. This thing we call standard. What you call standard may not be what I see as standard.
Calm down.
No, let me finish.
Wait, you will not finish. It's a different, case entirely. When you are going to a remote place, God said, go to that place and minister to my people. It's a different ball game. If I was that artist, I would definitely not charge my,
and you won't care about the sound, right?
You get, because you are going to a village. You are going to a village.
So why would you not care so much that these people, probably they fulfilled their payments bargain, they fulfilled every other thing. The only challenge was the sound. Just the sound.
I'll come back to that. Guys, let's take the 5th song on the countdown. And don't forget to call in. Don't start rushing me with calls when the song comes up. Call in right after the song. The 5th song on the countdown is by Don't Sing On You. Oh my gosh, I love that guy so much. Guys, vibe to that jam.
This is the place of His power. This is the place of His grace. At the feet of my Jesus is the highest place. This is the place of His power. This is the place of His grace. At the feet of my Jesus, is the
those who will win must know how to bow before him. And don't attack me with what I just said. That's not part of what we're talking about. So guys, keep the calls coming in. We are talking about pride and standard. A gospel artist refused to minister at a venue she was supposed to minister because the sound system was bad. Was it pride, or was she upholding her standard? Call in and share your thoughts about that topic of discourse, and don't forget to send us your music videos. The slots are open. Send it to us via WhatsApp, the number on the screen. Send it to us and we'll vet it and get back to you with, the terms and conditions. Of course, there are terms and conditions. Now back to what you were saying.
Yeah.
Mr. Current Excel.
All right. I'm still upholding what I said before. She was proud. That's why she refused to minister in the event. One thing we must understand is that as music ministers, we are in a race, and in this race, our goal is to win souls. And if you've been promised everything, good sound, good lighting, good hospitality and all that, and you get to the venue, you don't get what you were promised for the sake of the souls.
But are you saying she had no right to be pissed?
She had the right to be pissed. She had the right to be angry. She had the right to be upset. But
what's the but there? What's the but? Okay, now as a gospel music minister, of course you would have had a time, like a particular time, maybe you went somewhere to minister, you know, like a downtime in your career. Let's talk about it, because you can't tell me that you
connected to this. There is a place I went to minister. The first one, I'm going to tell you two stories if there's time. The first one, I was told the instrumentalists were awesome, the instrumentalists were good, so I didn't go with any of my team members. I went there, and when I got there, oh my God, it was something else. The drummer was not good
emotional
at all. The pianist was terrible. He couldn't even play a progression successfully.
Oh, so how did you handle the situation?
I didn't go home. So I went on stage. In fact, the best thing I did was to tell the drummer and the keyboardist, don't worry, don't play for me. Let's worship God a cappella mode. Yes, that's what we did. We worshipped, and it was something else.
I understand what you're saying. Did you guys sign a contract?
There was no contract signed.
Okay, it was just verbal.
Yeah, it was verbal.
You know, this thing we call standard, it varies.
Yeah.
My standard is different from your own. You understand? There are some things I will not do. Even if the world wants to end, I won't do it. Understand? But then, why would you not say, okay, because I didn't do this or I didn't do that, it's pride or something? Now, let's not forget that pride... Wait, let me define pride for you. Okay. Pride is excessive conceitedness. You get? Pride is basically feeling like every other person aside you is a potato.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, when you are proud, in fact, if that lady was proud, I don't think she would have even, accepted.
Okay, let me hook you there. Do you know that aside that lady, there were other ministers in that program? You can't tell me she was the only one that was invited.
There are levels to this thing, my guy.
Okay, how
there
come
are
she's the
levels.
only one that her standard was so much she could not minister?
But then let's stop acting like her, what she did was one. What if it was just that one time? Guys, keep the calls coming in. Let's, gist about this. Now back to what I was saying. What if it was just that one time?
Okay, that it happened.
Yeah, what if?
What if it is a habit?
It's not a habit.
For her to have gone back, can you just imagine how disappointed the fans would have been, how disappointed the host would have been?
We're all humans.
What about the people that are supposed to be, the souls that are supposed to be won in that meeting through her?
See, even God understands.
No, God will not understand.
See, even God understands, because we're all humans. We can react,
Okay.
We can just get out of character.
Just imagine you go to church on a Sunday morning expecting to be blessed by the pastor, and the pastor comes and says the sound is bad.
He's a pastor. He cannot say the sound is bad.
You see, it's the same thing. The pastor ministers through the words, the music minister ministers through songs.
But this one we are talking about is based on contract basis.
Okay.
It was a contract. It was signed. It was agreed.
Okay, you're saying that it was not about winning souls or blessing lives. It was about the contract.
Guy, let's not act like the money is not involved. Because without the money, how will you win the souls?
Yes. Now, even at that, normally, okay, let's not be too spiritual about the issue now. Even at that, she is supposed to steal for the sake of the event, for the sake of her own reputation. Because right now we're all talking about it because our reputation is at stake.
But then when you say reputation, I don't think our reputation is at stake. Because that sends a message to people. When you are, inviting this person to your concert or your church, when you agree on certain things, you have to meet it. And if you cannot meet up with what she requested, you communicate. You get that. Also sends a strict message to people like, don't do this. She will not take this and that. Guys, call in. I know you guys will agree with me. What I'm saying, right?
I think there is a place for standard. I'm not disputing that. You have to have standard as a music minister.
Okay, what's the lowest you can go?
You asked me about the ups and downs. Okay, there was an event I was invited several years ago, about 10 years ago. I was still, let's use the word upcoming. I'm still upcoming anyway. So when I got to the event, before I went, they told me, come with. I asked them, should I come with my team or should I come alone? I said, no problem. Come with as many people you want to come with. We have everything ready for you. Just come and bless us. I said, okay. And then I don't charge. I don't tell you this is what you're going to pay.
So you charge now? So is it not for God? Why are you charging?
Wait now.
You're doing it for God. Why are you charging?
Okay, so I went and the program was awesome. At the end of the day, I discovered that they brought a fat envelope. In fact, my guys were bubbling. I told them, don't worry, before we travel back, I'm going to take care of all of you.
Hope it was not changing.
So by the time we left, we opened the envelope. We saw a lot of envelopes, like a lot of paper, a lot of stuff, and at the edge, now put 1,000 naira. They now closed it. Stands, and one of my drummers said, man, we're going back. We're going to beat
basically them. They scammed you.
Yes. It was a pure scam. The funny thing is that I traveled an hour to that place.
Oh my God.
So music ministers face a lot. I'm not disputing standards.
But then is that not a reason for you to,
I didn't go back. I didn't talk with them. I just took myself and
you
my
did
team
it for God, basically.
Left. Yes, for God, basically. Now, what I'm saying is that at that point in time where that challenge came, I would have decided to react. But knowing that I went on an assignment, on a field work, I had to. In fact, when Jesus sent his disciples, he sent them without money, he sent them without purse, he sent them without bag. They still went.
But that's his disciples now. There was no contract.
Yes, we are disciples of Jesus.
And we all are disciples of Jesus. Even the organizers, they're also disciples of Jesus. So why not? First of all, why say something you cannot do?
We know contracts should not be breached. Like you're saying, they are on a contract. Okay, if you're saying they're on a contract, I will hold the organizers responsible for that.
Let's hold them responsible, not you would. Let us hold them responsible.
But I still don't feel that lady should have left. She would have stayed back and just for the love of God. Then at the end of the day, they can trash out their differences.
Now, speaking about ladies, like beautiful ladies in the gospel music industry, the fourth song on the countdown is by one of my faves. Like, I can literally stare at her face for hours and not get tired. That's to tell you how much she's like, Anyway, her music is also beautiful before it seems like I'm emphasizing on her physical appearance. She is Chidima, and this one is titled Osuba, if I'm pronouncing it right. Oh, this song, I love it so much. The chant at the beginning of this song is just mind-blowing. Guys, enjoy it.
ọba tó mọ̀ wá tó mọ̀ gbogbo. Òṣùpá Ọlọ́run ìjayà, gbanigbani Ọlọ́run àsáyà, ẹni tó lẹ̀mí mímọ́ dé. Òṣùpá Ọlọ́run ìjayà, gbanigbani Ọlọ́run àsáyà, ẹni tó lẹ̀mí mímọ́ dé.
See, I'm not the one in that video, but right now I am blushing like God, the creator. I mean, are we potatoes? See the way somebody is fresh? You know what I'm saying? Right now we are still talking about pride and standard in the lives of gospel music ministers. I said earlier when we were talking about this, if it was a guy who did that, we will say, you know, he's being stern.
No, we'll say it's arrogance.
No, you won't call it arrogance.
No, I don't think it's about the gender. It's about
the
minister.
Is. Okay. What are your standards, basically?
Okay. As a minister, my standard, as it relates to events, right?
Generally.
Okay. First and foremost, my hospitality is very important. Then
man of God,
I don't really condition people on what must be or what must not be when I come to minister.
Really?
Probably the only thing I tell them is I should have sufficient mics for my backups if I'm going with my backup singers and all that.
But then, do you know some artists, like, they're so strict? If you want to work with them, you have to meet with every condition. Now, if such an artist refuses to perform because one or two things went wrong, would you say the person is being proud?
Well, having standards, like I said, I'm not against it. Is very okay, especially for the kind of society we're in, where people tend to take advantage of you and all that. I just shared my own experience. Having standard is very okay. But what I'm against is when your hosts strive to meet up with your standard, and they've prepared everything for you. But
how was she supposed to know? But then again, both of us were not there. Yeah. So maybe before she even left, something happens in between, because of course something might just come up and, you know, plans don't go as, you know, you intended and all that.
She was having a bad day or so.
But maybe when she spoke with the organizers, their reaction or something, she just had to leave. But it doesn't make sense.
Something played behind the scene for her to have reacted that way.
Of course, because imagine me coming all the way from my house to minister.
I feel probably she talked to them about it and they gave her a wrong audience or a wrong
so now reaction. You're agreeing with me that it was standard.
That doesn't still make it right.
But she's human. She's allowed to make mistakes.
If it's the first mistake she made, she's not here now that question her. If it's the first mistake, or I've interviewed her. You know, if it's the first, fine, it's forgivable. But if it's her pattern or her reputation of doing so, I won't subscribe to that.
Why is it that in this world, when you do 99 good things for people, the one bad thing you do, it basically turns to 100 bad? Are you sure she has been doing 99? Are you sure it's not? You know, on here, you know, we're being careful not to actually mention the person.
Yeah.
Yet, I can guarantee you that that person in question, that is not her character.
Okay. Probably something played that made her react that way.
Yes, obviously she was just trying to, you know, let these people know you can't play me. You get, because this is the music industry is very political. If you are not stern, if you're not assertive, if you cannot stand your ground, these people, they will ride you.
You're right on you. You're right.
You get, maybe she was just trying to send a message. Why am I the only one seeing these things?
Yeah, and I hope as she turned back, she refunded their money.
Of course,
there's no issue.
Of course, she won't refund in full, because at the end of the day, it was not her fault.
She has to return it anyway. But in a nutshell, I would advise music ministers, if you've discussed with your hosts, probably it's not a contract or there is no company involved. If you've discussed with your host and they've provided everything, you get to the venue, they defaulted in one particular thing, it's not enough to turn back. It's not enough to say, I'm not doing this again, I'm going back home.
So basically, you are saying it doesn't matter.
No, I'm not saying it doesn't matter, but for the sake of the lives that
the souls are gonna be saved anyway.
You know, there are destinies tied to you. So every
yes, I know.
As a music
so you are saying just because of that one time now, somebody will now go to hell because
there
of that
are some
one.
persons that God already programmed that they're going to be saved.
And God will reprogram them to get saved through another person, or maybe connect them to another ministration of that artist, and you get.
Yes,
guys, call in right now and share your thoughts about the topic of this course. Let us know what you think about this topic. Was it pride, or was it? I do not think it was pride, and he thinks
I think
it was pride.
Yeah.
Now, call in and let us know what you think about that. You mentioned something just now. If you want to advise, that jogged my memory. I totally I just remembered that you're the head of operations of JOLIZ Records. Share some insight about JOLIZ Records.
All right. One awesome thing about JOLIZ Record is that we are raising music ministers with reputation and value.
Oh, we have a call.
Okay.
Pastor Humphrey from Edo State. Hello, Pastor Humphrey. Hello, can you hear me, Pastor Humphrey?
Yes, I can. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you? Where are you calling from in Edo State?
I called last week.
Oh, yes. You called last week. I remember. You must be an addicted lover of Gospel Unveiled now. Big ups to you for calling in back this time. Now, what do you have to say? Did you change your mind? Because last week you were just hitting one particular thing that it was pride, it was this and here. So, have you changed your mind, or you want to still,
No way. I actually love this topic, and seeing Minister Courage excel on TV, I think I'm glad, and I love what he's saying actually.
Thank you.
Firstly, I want to. I'm not just going to talk on one side. I will also talk on the organizers. Firstly, you are not just a you are not just an artist. You are a gospel artist.
Okay.
When you had that encounter with God, or when you got that assignment from God, or when you encountered God in any way it happened, nobody was there with you. And secondly, I believe that there was no microphone there and all of that. Now, I know that there's a way you feel like going to a administration, expecting to you see sound and all of that. And right now, it's disappointing. But walking away is not just. I can't just agree to that. Walking away. There are people whose blessing, whose miracles are perhaps tied to your ministration. And I also see each time you have the opportunity to handle the microphone. To me, I like singing, although I can't sing very well. Each time I'm able to handle the microphone, like to sing to God, I can't think that it's a real privilege to worship Him, because I have been to the hospital several times to check up on people and pray with people, and I've been able to meet with people who say, I just need just this one opportunity to be able to stand there to say, oh Father, thank
Humphrey,
you for
could you
life.
please be more audible?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, what I'm saying is that I've seen people who actually maybe being on the sick bed and not able to worship God, and they just want just that opportunity to just stand and just say, Father, thank you, with good head. But there's nothing like that. And you are coming to
I have a
minister
question for you, Humphrey.
to God, and because of
Now,
fans, you are
everybody
leaving
has
the
a
place.
story.
No, no, no,
Everybody,
no.
you know, we are all here by the grace of God and by the platform that God has used people, you know, to give to everyone. Nobody just jumped to the A spot, you get. But then when you are big, you are big. I understand that you started from the bottom, but because you started from the bottom, does it mean you just have to tolerate anything?
Okay, I understand that, but you can't. Come on now, you're a gospel artist. You are not just a singer. I know you can get peace
She's
because
not
of the
allowed
song.
to, you know, just trip that one time and just, you know, get out of character just because she's a gospel artist. She's not a robot. She's a human being.
Hello, no, 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 no. I don't understand. No, no, there is no way. Leaving that place without ministry. At least you can just manage yourself and maybe talk about it after the administration or whatsoever. But leaving your fan channel and not ministry, you no way. I will call that pride.
For calling in. It's always a pleasure to have you on, and I hope I will have you on here next week, Monday, also. Thank you so much for sharing in your thoughts.
All right, you see one for me, supporting me.
See, this is not, it's not a battle.
Yeah.
Because me, I will not lose. You get. It's not possible for me. I said to you, she's not a robot.
All right, see, when
these things happen.
Yeah, is that she's not a robot does not mean we'll accept it. Like I said,
People
even
make
if
mistakes.
yes, I'm not disputing that fact. Even if she's a big name, she at least
Is she not allowed to have
I believe
standards?
contracts should be flexible. I believe standards should be flexible. Okay, you are allowed to have standards. That's why
There's a
discussed.
difference. There's a difference between flexibility and, you know, allowing people to trample on your brand standard. Because at the end of the day, it's the brand we're talking about,
You're
not
right.
just the
You're
artist.
right. You're right. You know, I will support you, but I will still stand my ground. Yes. Yeah, like with what I suffered the other time that I explained to you, I had to put some little measures in place to ensure it doesn't repeat itself again. But
if that thing did not happen,
no, what I
would you
now
have
do,
put
if I'm
it?
going
You
for
see, we're
any
saying
event,
the
I
same
keep my own
thing.
money.
We're saying the
So
same
if I
thing.
get there, they
Okay,
mess
wait.
up, I have something to fall back on.
Okay, just hold on. Let's say, for instance, you are, you know, called to perform in a place that's very far from where you are right now, and then you get there and you get into like a disagreement with the organizers because of that. We are humans. Let's have that in mind. Then you leave. Put that in mind, that it is that disagreement that caused you to leave. Anyways, we'll get back to that. Let's take the second song on the countdown. This song is by Testimony. You get, you know, this guy is basically a radical for Jesus. So should I say Holy Ghost gangster? You get what I'm saying? Like, his street vibes is second to none. The song is by Testimony. Enjoy it.
Genesis. Come on. Power. There is power in my praise. Let us see. Power. Come on. There is power in my praise. Come on. There is power in my praise. There is power in my praise. There is power in my praise. My praise is my weapon. There is power in my praise. There is power in my praise. There is power in my praise. My praise is my weapon. Listen to me now. When trouble show, I praise. When challenge come, I praise. Rejoicing is my weapon. Let me go. There is power in my joy. Power joy gun. There is power in my joy. Joy, 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 joy. There is power in my joy. Yeah, come on. Rejoicing is my weapon. Listen to me now. When they get there against me, I know. Only there we gather. But they will never prosper. Rejoicing is my weapon. I said, in that Ogogo, I joy. I hear Gogo, I joy. And I hear goodness, I joy. Rejoicing is my weapon.
I'm dangerous when I praise you, Lord. I'm unstoppable when I praise you, Lord. I'm powerful when I praise you, Lord. Yeah, my praise is my weapon. Yeah. I'm dangerous when I praise you, Lord. I'm unstoppable when I praise you, Lord. I'm powerful when I praise you, Lord. Yeah, my praise is my weapon.
There is power in my smile. Smiley power gun. There is power in my smile. Smiley give them gun. There is power in my smile. My smile is my weapon. Listen to me now. In the midst of all I saw, when the broken bad report I saw, people is about the economy. Yeah. My smile is my weapon. Come on, listen now. Come on. In the midst of all I saw.
Hey guys, you just have to give it to him. His Fuji is on point. Like his gospel Fuji is his videos, the video quality. No. You just have to give it to him. Now we're still talking about pride and standard. And before we took that song, I think, the head of operations, JOLIZ Records, has something to say. So
All right. JOLIZ Record is organizing a talent hunt, a gospel talent hunt for all gospel music ministers all over the nation, irrespective of denomination. And the talent hunt is on right now. If you visit www.jolizrecord.com, you get all the details you need to know. And talking about our discussion, JOLIZ Records is one of the things that makes us so unique, because we're going to be bringing up and training a lot of gospel artists on ministerial ethics. I think that lady also lacks some ministerial ethics. If not, she would have known that it's about Jesus, it's not about her standards. So I think that's one other thing that JOLIZ Record is going to be doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you saying, as a head of operations, JOLIZ Records,
Yes.
let me ask you this question. So basically, your artists, you're going to tell them, regardless of the agreement you have with any organizer, as it be any, as it be just one.
No, we're going to. I told you. Look at it. I told you that I'm not against standards. I'm not against standards. No, my no is not answering to your question. I'm trying to come in.
Them, regardless of the situation, just do what you have to do, because you're not doing it for money. You are doing it for God.
Yes, first of all, it's about God. We're not going to be sentimental. You get it now. We're going to tell you this and this and this is what you need to do. By the time we get there with our artists and we discover that there is just one thing you couldn't do.
But then even with the artists, you're not going to pick everybody. Is that not standard?
Yes.
If you are doing it for God, why not pick everybody?
We are doing the talent hunt already is for God, reaching out to the voiceless, giving them a voice.
That is my point.
But we are going to impart a lot of persons. Each of the stages, we are going to be training each of the persons that are going to be contesting.
I know you're going to be. This said artist also passed through training, and she has also impacted a lot of people.
Yes, but I don't think her training was to that point.
Okay, so now you're downsizing her training.
No, well, I'm not critical of her anyway. But I just feel as a music minister going to a program, turning back because the sound was bad. There's more to it. I don't think that's why she turned back. If that's the only reason she turned back, her training is questionable.
Of course, nobody will turn back because of that.
I think there was something else, but if that's the only reason.
Come back because I have more to say about it. Right. And let's take this beautiful song by the Church Boys. Song. It's on the second level on the countdown for gospel reading on Unveiled Live. Enjoy it.
Church Boy. The Church Boy. a smile. If you're happy and you know it, stand up on your feet. If you're happy and you know it, join me do a dance. If you're happy and you know it, let me hear you say oh yo yo yo. Oh yo yo yo. Everybody, if you're happy and you know it, raise your hand up high. If you're happy and you know it, give me a high five. If you're happy and you know it, let me hear you say oh yo yo yo. Oh yo yo. Happy people say oh yo yo yo. Oh yo yo. Everybody say oh yo yo yo. Oh yo yo. Everybody join me oh yo yo. Oh yo yo. Forget about your worries oh yo yo. Oh yo yo. Happy people say oh yo yo yo. Oh yo yo. Don't worry, be happy oh yo yo. Oh yo yo. Everybody join me oh yo yo. Oh yo yo. Happy people say oh yo yo yo. Oh yo yo. Onye na-enwe ahụ n'ihe, anyị na-enwe ahụ n'ihe, onye ọbụla nwe ahụ n'ihe. A merry heart will drive away your sickness. Don't you let your worries steal away your gladness. If you want to live to see your children's children, then you must change your name to happiness. If you're happy and you know it, stand up on your feet. If you're happy and you know it, join me do a dance. If you're happy and you know it, let me hear you say oh yo yo yo. Oh yo yo yo. Everybody, if you're happy and you know it, raise your hand up high. If you're happy and you know it, give me a high five. If you're happy and you know it, let me hear you say oh yo yo yo. Oh yo yo. Happy people say oh yo yo yo. Oh yo yo. Everybody say oh yo yo yo. Oh yo yo. Everybody join me oh yo yo. Oh yo yo. Forget about your worries oh yo yo. Oh yo yo. Happy people say oh yo yo yo. Oh yo yo. Don't worry, be happy oh yo yo. Oh yo yo. Everybody join me oh yo yo. Oh yo yo. Happy people say oh yo yo yo. Oh yo yo. Obiuto, we bangwele, ebeti na mwane mogini. Obiuto, we bangwele, ebeti na mwane mogini. The life you are living at Toka, kelebe kwano lisa no maka. Nijedebe, hinabawa, obiuto kanjuwana.
See, the songs that have been coming up are basically telling us to be happy. You know, we know that fuel price has increased, but then again, let's be happy. You know, we have God. With God, all things are possible. You never can tell. You get, God will provide for each and every one of us. Let us be happy. That is why music, the place of music in our lives, it cannot be overemphasized. You cannot downsize it. Basically, music helps. It is basically therapeutic. You need music in your life. I listen to music every day, like every day of my life. You should too. Listen to songs that, you know, would boost your mood. We know how Nigeria is right now, you get. But then, be happy in God. We have good music for you, good Christian music to bless your soul. Now we're gonna, you know, take the first song on the countdown. This one is also a jam. Guys, make sure you dance to this song. It's by Moses Bleeze. Enjoy.
I can never fail, I can never lose. That's the only life I know. Full of the spirit when I step into the place. That's the only way I go. Yes, I know who I am.
I can never fail, I can never lose. That's the only life I know.
Full of the spirit when I step into the place.
That's the only way I go.
I got the life of God in me.
I can never fail, I can never lose. That's the only life I know. Full of the spirit when I step into the place. That's the only way I go.
That's the way I go.
I'm a miracle, I'm a miracle, I'm a miracle.
I can never ever fail.
I'm a miracle, I'm a miracle, I'm a miracle.
I'm not ordinary.
I'm a miracle,
I know.
I'm a miracle,
Every day.
I'm a miracle.
Doesn't matter what I face.
I'm a miracle,
Everywhere I go.
I'm a miracle,
I know.
I'm a miracle.
We we are definitely going to be signing out with that song, because the life of Christ is all we know. Be happy in Christ, because if you check the things you are going through without God, how would you have survived it? You get, now we've come to the zenith of the show today. It's been a wonderful time with Courage Excel. It's always, you know, mind-blowing having you on here, because you always give me, you always but then again, it's, you know, it's always a good time with you. Thank you so much. So is there anything you have to say?
Well, keep doing good, keep being who you are. The sky is only your starting point. Let God be the first in all you do. It's a privilege.
Okay, like you said, the sky is your starting point, and now I'm gonna, you know, swim back to the topic of discourse. Standards are very important. Even God has standards, but then when you're having standards, you have to, you know, make it realistic. Do not have unrealistic standards that even you cannot meet up. That is where pride comes in, because there is a very thin line between this thing we call standard and pride. I am VJ Queensley, and do well to tune in next Monday by 1 p.m. Goodbye with a beautiful song by Moses Bliss. Ciao.
They cannot explain, they cannot understand how I prosper in everything that I lay my hand. Anywhere I go, I bring brightness and I glow. The hand of God is mighty in my life, and it shows. I've got the word of the Spirit in my mouth when I speak it. God is talking. I've got the word of the Spirit in my mouth when I speak it. God is talking. Sure you know me, I know it, but I get it plenty grace. I'm unstoppable. Sure you know me, I know it, but I get it plenty grace. I'm unstoppable. I can never ever fail. I'm a miracle. I'm a miracle. I'm a miracle. Don't call me miracle. I'm a miracle. I'm a miracle. I'm a miracle. I'm a wonder. I'm a miracle. 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 I'm a miracle.
See, my life is moving from glory to glory. Oh brother, I know they bobo you way, bobo you way. Oh sister, when you look at me, the goodness and mercy, it on my side, it just they follow me, yeah. Follow me. See, my life is moving from glory to glory. Oh brother, I know they bobo you way. Oh sister, when you look at me, the goodness and mercy, it on my side, they follow